فئة كثيرة بإذن الله والله مع الصابرين.
Video recording.
How many small groups defeated big groups by the will of Allah? By the will of Allah. Wallahu ma'al sabirin. And Allah is with those who are patient. Wallahu ma'al sabirin. Allah is not with the mustajilin. Allah is not with those who rush, who want relief right away. We ask Allah. But in Allah's wisdom, He prescribes the relief when He knows it's right. And if He doesn't provide in the dunya, don't worry. There's a Yawm al-Qiyamah and there's a Hisab. And whenever someone is tested, it's because of Allah's love. It doesn't mean that we don't strive for justice. It doesn't mean that we don't strive to try to stop the harm, but still. But we, this is also part of the test. Now when we look at this day, if we look at the day, what was the day that we fasted today? What number in Ramadan? 17. Brother Salim, since you have perfect attendance, you're exempt from answering. I'm going to ask another question. What happened on the 17th? The 17th of Ramadan. Badr, right? The Battle of Badr. What year? Second year of the Hijri. Second year after the Hijrah. Do the math. How many years did it take for them to get some relief? 15 years. From the message, that's 23 years. 15 years. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us that just with, that He is able to do with Iman, that He is able to support. So Allah says, وَلَقَدْ نَصَرَكُمُ اللَّهُ بِبَدْرٍ وَأَنْتُمْ أَذِلَّةٌ فَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ لَعَلَّكُمْ تَشْكُرُونَ. Allah gave you victory in Badr when you were a small number. So what is our responsibility? Allah gave us victory. We didn't get victory. Allah gave us victory when you were a small number. So your responsibility, fattaqullah, have taqwa of Allah. If you have taqwa of Allah, then that's how you show gratitude. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions that if you're in the midst of this hardship, if you're patient, bala wa in there's another ayah, bala wa in tasbiru wa tattaqu, again, but certainly we will give you victory if you're patient and you have taqwa. If you're patient and you have taqwa, wa ya'tukum min fawrikum min fawrim hada yumdidukum rabbukum. Allah will come fast. If you're patient and you have taqwa, Allah will come fast to your aid. And He says that Allah sent you بِخَمْسَةِ آلَافٍ مِّنَ الْمَلَائِكَةِ مُسَوِّمِينَ. Allah sent 5,000 angels to aid the believers when they were in the 300 range versus 1,000 range. When they were ill-equipped in comparison to the way the mushrikeen were prepared. But Allah said, I'll take care of you. So Allah sent the angels as soldiers, as Allah's soldier. And this is also mentioned in the book of Psalms with Dawood alayhi salam. In the book of Psalms it mentioned that a small number will defeat a big number. By the will of Allah. By the will of Allah. Why is this so important, brothers and sisters? Sometimes we think that big number, targeting big people, people of influence, that's going to get us somewhere. When I see that, that's not the deen. The deen is you just proclaim the message, like in Surah Al-Abasa that we read. The Prophet ﷺ was addressing the rich in the early ages of Islam, and he was the mushrikeen, the leaders. And the blind man came. And Allah corrected him, right? What did Allah say? Allah corrected him. Abasa wa tawalla, revealed the whole surah for that purpose. And ja'aka al-a'ma, that the blind man came to you. What makes you think that he won't become purified? He has more isti'dad, preparation, spiritual preparation to accept what you're bringing, not them. You see that? So Allah prepared the believers with what? The Meccan period. Focus on Iman. Focus on the belief in Allah, in His oneness. Focus on the Akhirah, the Day of Judgment, the Jannah, Nar. Focusing on those aspects. So when the legislation comes, you have to pray, you're ready. You're prepared. Imagine if they didn't have strong Iman and they see 300 versus 1,000. Oh, we can't beat them. It's not fair. Who are you going to complain to? Right? But they were ready. They were ready. Now when we look at Dawood alayhi salam, a young boy, Dawood alayhi salam, when the army of Talut came, and Jalut came, big, huge